Okay guys, so today we will be working on and learning about basic worded questions that revolve around algebra. So there is 5 steps that you can follow, which you can see here on the screen, that if you follow them, you can tackle about almost any algebraic worded question. So the first one is to read through the problem carefully and figure out what it's about. Step 2 is to represent unknown numbers with variables, so changing distance with d or x or time with t, and or any other letter that you feel that may fit. Generally, it's the first letter of that word. Step 3 is to translate the rest of the problem into a mathematical expression. Step 4 is to solve the problem, and step 5 is to check your work. So I'm going to walk you through those steps with an example. So this example here, it reads, the rate to rent a small moving van is $30 per day, plus $0.5 or 50 cents per kilometer. Jack rented a van to drive to his new home. It took 2 days and the van cost $360. How many kilometers did he drive? So there are 2 questions that we need to consider when we are doing step 1, and that is to find out what the question is asking, and what information do we know or do we have. Okay, so from that, I'm just going to go and underline all the things that we know. So we know that it's $30 a day, and plus on top of that, we have 50 cents per kilometer. All right, and the total time or days is 2 days, and the total cost is $360. And then what is the question asking? It's asking us how many kilometers did he drive? Okay. And now our next step is to represent unknown numbers with variables. So we'll need, if it's per day, we're going to have to know the number of days that he used it. So D would be day. And then kilometers as well. So we're just going to say K for kilometers. And I think that's about it. They are the only 2 variables, because we know the variable because it's per day, per kilometer. Okay, and obviously how many kilometers, and that's the question itself there. So that's step number 2. Step 3, we're going to translate the rest of the problem, right? So now we're going to get these words into symbols, mathematical symbols and numbers. So let's do that. So we're starting off with the rate to rent a small moving van is $30 per day. So I'm going to write down $30 per day plus, what is it, 50 cents or $0.5 per kilometer. Sure. And the total cost is $360. Okay, so that's that. So now we're going to turn that further and compress that down further into an equation or an expression. So $30. So per day. When you say per day, you are implying that you are multiplying. Okay, so when you say per day or $30 per day, it means to multiply. So we're going to times day, Then I'm going to put a plus here, and our 0.5 times kilometer. And obviously the word is means equals, and our $360. Okay. Now, just going back to the other page, we said D was day and K was kilometers, right? So we're going to put those in as well. We're going to replace those letters with these, sorry, we're going to replace these words with those letters. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Why am I making that up? And get rid of that, get rid of that. And what else do we know from here? We know that there's 2 days, isn't there? So I'm just going to write a little note on the side here. The number of days is 2 days. Yeah. So we can substitute our 2 days into this D here. So our next step here would be okay. So I'm going to substitute our 2 days into this. And now we're going to evaluate that. So 30 times 2 is going to give us $60. And we're going to plus, and we'll leave everything else there, because that's all we're doing right now. You always want to take it one step at a time. If you try to do too many steps at once, you're going to lose track, you're going to forget, and bad things are going to happen. Trust me on that. I'm a little bit OCD with my layout. All right, so now we have that. We need to get K by itself, but obviously it's multiplied with this 0.5 of a dollar. So we can see that this $60 here can be, what do I say, can be removed from it. And the way we can remove it or get rid of it is to take away $60 from each side. Because if you can see here, there is a positive $60. If there's nothing in the front, you assume that it's positive. So it's positive $60. So the way we do that is to get rid of it, which is do the opposite, minus. So we're going to minus $60 on this side, and we're going to minus $60 from the other side, because whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. So now, after we do that, we evaluate that. That's 60 take away 60 is 0, and 360 take away 60 is 300. We are left with our 0.50 times K equals $300. Alright, and I'm going to change that back to black. And from that point, I'm going to move on to the next page in a moment. And from that, we need to find our K by dividing both sides by a half. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, it was the previous was meant to be on this page, but I knew I'd run out of space, so I decided to do on the previous page and then move over here. So now that we are going to divide both sides by that 0.5 of a dollar. $0.5 of a dollar. And from that there, 0.5 divided by 0.5 is just K, and that 300 divided by 0.5 of a dollar is going to give us $600. So that is our answer. Okay. So that's our answer right there. So now that we have K is 600, we need to double check. Okay. We need to double check our answer. So I'm just going to leave that there. And I'm going to just put that back there. So, excuse me. So we've got $30 per, we're just going to go through the entire question again, just to make sure that this 600 kilometers, sorry, my bad, my big mistake. It is meant to be, K is 600 kilometers. My big mistake. I do apologize. K is 600 kilometers. So we're going to work through this again with this 600 kilometer number, and hopefully we get $360. So we know that it's $30 per day, and we are multiplying it with 2 days. So, and then it is going to be 50 cents or 0.5 of a dollar times by 600 kilometers, because that's what we found out, right? And hopefully it equals to our $360. So I'm now going to change to black. So to work that out, it's going to give us 30 times 2 is 60, and we're going to plus that, which gives us 300. And then our 300 plus 600 is going to give us 360 degrees. Our left-hand side equals our right-hand side, therefore it is correct. Okay, so that's it for now. And any more questions, just put them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay.